Hi there, I'm David Joff and I want to show you and introduce you to the world of Natureworks and a range of animals that are featured here at the Highvale property in the Sanford Valley. Come for a walk. I'm just coming into the gardens of Natureworks. 15 years ago there was not a tree on this property, and bit by bit we've planted it out and the jungle is just starting to grow and there's bits and pieces of weird things all over it. The little journey that you're going to have in the next minute or so is basically an introduction to the plan that I have for a journey back in time to discover the lost world of prehistoric Australia. At the moment there's about 600 or 700 of them in production that we keep here in stock at Natureworks. There's a lot of animals beyond dinosaurs as well, but this little grove here is mainly prehistoric animals. There's a number of raptors here basically. There's Utah raptors here and here, and this is a small velociraptor. Leading on to a Kentrosaurus over here, one of the Triceratops, a Deinonychus, another Triceratops, the Australian dinosaur Minmi, a large 18-foot crocodile, Kentrosaurus. This is a T-Rex which we built probably 30 years ago now in the old-fashioned stance when they thought T-Rexes stood on two legs with their tail resting on the ground. This is one of the giant Mayan balls that have been found in the Mayan jungle over the last few hundred years. It's amazing how many of them are found, up to 3 metres in diameter, and we've got a few of the reproductions of them here. We've got our own yowie over here as well, and you kind of, depending on which country you're in, he either becomes a yeti or an abominable snowman or a Bigfoot or a yowie in Australia.
Tell me about this head.
This head is one of the Olmec heads that's found in South America, and they found huge big slabs of stone like this that have been carved just like the big granite balls, and no one knows how they've done them, but there's a whole lot of them appearing from all over the jungle. This slab of stone here is a reconstructed prehistoric dig, so the kids find this slab of stone and uncover it out of gravel, and they showcase everything from an ichthyosaur to a triceratops skull to a small T-Rex and a Lystrosaurus, different raptor bones, the tooth of a great white. They're all identified, so kids become miniature paleontologists when they go foraging in one of our fossil pits. This is our dragon. We have two. This is the big one, and for those born in the year of the dragon like me, it's a very appropriate little, namesake to have in your garden. There's everything from the giraffes, the peacocks, pigs, kangaroos, Humpty Dumpty, cycads. It's a weird collection of stuff in here, all right. This is Couch. As you can see, it's just a resting Frisian cow that very conveniently happens to do the job of a seat. This is a better version of the T-Rex you saw a minute ago, and it's a really, really high quality sculpture, been a really popular piece. There's a weird collection of stuff in this shed here, and some of it kind of is a little bit out of character to the rest of the natural history items like Quasimodo over there. The big coral trout's an interesting piece. We also do a different version of that, and we reshape the fins and make it into a giant groper as well. The cycads here, giraffes buried there, African elephants, giant striped marsh frogs, emperor penguins, silver, big silver tuna. Essentially this sculpture will be moulded, cast in fiberglass, mounted onto a playground floor with rubber crumb, and water will be pumped up through the whale tail and stream out of the flukes of the tail, so water's pouring out into a water play facility for children. This is the travelling Isuzu, and I describe it as a cross between Noah's Ark and the Beverly Hillbillies. I've never yet been booked, but I'm sure there's probably 100 reasons why the police could pull me over and give me a hard time. This one here is one of my favourite, with the ram. Lonesome ram seeks welly-heeled Kiwi guy for fun times. And there's a few specials on it. When we lose the right to be different, we lose the privilege to be free, by Nelson Mandela.